Hi there, I'm Jeremy Ballantyne, and beside me is 2008 Olympian and Hard Knocks CEO Ari Tobe. Ari has spent the last 5 years breaking down wrestling and translating it into MMA. Ari, what are we working on today?
Today what I want to work on is how you transition from taking an opponent's back while you're standing and take him to the ground.
So Ari Tobe showing us some wrestling moves here on Rolling with Ari.
I want to show you, first of all, what MMA guys are doing. They're giving their back up on the cage and their opponent isn't taking advantage of it, and I want to show you how this is happening right now. So I'm on the cage and my opponent has an underhook in here, and what I'm doing is I'm bailing out of this position by going like this. And this is a very, very good position for my opponent. My opponent typically isn't taking advantage of this position. What guys are doing is guys in MMA are coming here and my opponent's letting me get out, and now we come back to neutral. And one of the big no-nos is we do so much work to get an advantageous position, and then we go, oh, okay, we're just gonna start again. That's one of the big no-nos in MMA. So what I wanna do is I don't want to allow my opponent, here I give him my back. My opponent doesn't want to allow me to come back here. My opponent wants to take me down to the ground. So that's what we're gonna work on here. Okay, so camera's gonna come here. So we're here, we're in a dirty boxing position. We can be on the legs or we can be in an underhook position, but eventually what happens lots of times with MMA guys is they'll give up the whizzer that they should be keeping. They'll give it up and they'll come here. And this is a terrific position to be here. And what we want to do from here is, my opponent's going to stay right there. What we want to do is put all of his weight here on this foot, and we're going to take our opponent right here. And the way we're going to control our opponent is by controlling his hips. If we control his hips, he can't do anything. And we do that with our elbow. The crook of our elbow goes right here. So we're sitting here like this, and we get a deep arm here, and we take our opponent like this. And he's gonna try and get to guard. Perfect. Again, we're here, come up, right there. Now my opponent might try and come back towards me and whizzer me again. Okay, now as soon as he does that, he's going that way now. He's going there, back to side. So it really shouldn't matter what our opponent does to us once we get the back. We should be able to take him to the ground. So my opponent's got really 3 options. The first option is, gives up his back, he comes back around for the whizzer. Just come here. Okay, that's his first option. Go back. The second option is he tries to stand here and be tough and not go down. And his third option is what my opponent tried to do right now, put pressure on my hips and break the grip and come around. So what we're going to show you now in 50% speed is how to deal with each one of those. Okay, so this time my opponent's going to come around and do the whizzer again. So we're here, he gives up his back, and now he says, oh, that was a bad idea. Take him down that way. Next, my opponent's just gonna stand here like this and challenge me to do something. Okay, what are we gonna do? We're gonna decide which way to go. If we decide that we're going that way, here, yep, like that. And now this time, my opponent's gonna try and get his hips out and sit back, and watch what happens now. He's down again. It's amazing. It's like magic. This is a very, very important position because it either allows my opponent to transition to a neutral position and get back to where he wants to be, or it solidifies my advantage and probably wins me around.